Bumming with Bob. Let's have a few brews. We'll have some fun with the bum wine crew. So kick your feet up and grab you a beer. 'Cause damn, man, I'm glad that you're here.
All right. This is Bumwine Bob. Welcome you to an all-new edition of Bumming with Bobcat. And happy Four Loko Friday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Really, Four Loko Friday doesn't have to be a day of the week. It's really a state of mind. That's kind of what I've been thinking of. And I thought of that today. Probably somebody said it before, but hey, it is a special Four Loko Friday edition of the podcast. And joining me to celebrate in this occasion is the one and only Roadhouse is here with me. Roadhouse, man, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, brother. Good to be back.
It's great to have you on here. And as we said, to celebrate a Four Loko Friday edition of Bumming with Bobcat. It's not too often we get to do these special occasion podcasts, but because of the new kid on the block, and I feel a little bad this time around because I'm a little late to the party with the newest variety of the Four Loko. Usually I'm right on the front lines with Four Loko. New flavor comes out, boom, I have it right away. I was able to get my hands on the Four Loko Sour Melon even before Four Loko actually announced it as a new flavor a year and a half ago or so. And then the Four Loko USA, I was able to get that within a few days of its release. And now I feel a little bad that it's been out for maybe like a month or so now officially. And that's the new Four Loko Warheads Sour Cosmic Punch. And I was able to get my hands on it a few days ago. And I've been staring at it, just waiting to crack it open to enjoy it. And what better time than now?
That's right. And I started seeing it everywhere, and I gave you the heads up. And I just couldn't believe it hadn't been in your area yet.
Yeah, it was a little slow over here, and I was surprised because I started seeing people popping up, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, saying, "Oh, hey, Four Loko Warheads, it's here. We got it." And I'm looking around, I'm searching. I'm like, where the hell's mine? I can't find it anywhere. And a couple of days ago, I go out and I hit up not a regular liquor store, but one that I stop at every now and then. And boom, there it was right there, right on the top shelf in the cooler where the Four Loko belongs these days. You know, top shelf booze here with the Four Loko. And I've been waiting to try it because it's been one of the heavily hyped flavors of Four Loko, one of the newest ones in about a year. I guess it's the latest one since the release of the Four Loko USA in December of 2021, and this one came out just the tail end of 2022. Yeah, the Warheads Sour Cosmic Punch.
When they were teasing us with it on Instagram, I mean, it was a matter of hours before someone had already posted they had it.
Yeah. Well, I think what they do is that they do send these out to test markets beforehand. Okay. So you can get your hands on these maybe a month or a week or two prior to the official release. That's similar to like when I found the Four Loko, the Sour Melon. I walked into the store and I'm looking around and I see this Sour Melon on the shelf and I'm like, what the hell is this? I've never heard of this. I've never seen it before. I go on the Four Loko website. There's no trace of it anywhere. So right. So right away, I'm like, I gotta crack open. I gotta try it. I did a podcast right away with it, posted it. I tagged Four Loko in it, and they were pretty much like, "Yeah, you're right. It's not actually out yet, but it will be soon." So I was right on the front lines for that one, but this one I was a little far behind on. But there's nothing wrong with that. We still got it here today. Roadhouse and myself here. We're gonna crack it open. I think now's as good a time as any. I've been staring at it, waiting to try it.
I know it.
It's been sitting here. So are you ready to crack it open to give the Warheads Sour Cosmic Punch, a shot here on Bone with Bobcat for Four Loko Friday. So let's crack this bad boy open here.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's a nice smell to it.
Oh, yeah. Real good, sir.
And as I always say, I always try to stay away. I have not tried to listen because there's a ton of reviews out there. People got the YouTube videos up. They got the posts on Instagram. But I try to stay away until I try it out the first time to see exactly how it is. So let's give it a shot. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yes.
That's when you know it's good, when you get that burp right on the first sip.
Yeah. That's good. Here we go.
Yeah, and it's not too sour.
No. I like that fruit punch, though.
It's a good fruit punch blend to it.
Yeah. It don't have that artificial sweetener taste to it either.
No, it's not like the Neon Burst Punch Blast that a lot of people have said they are not fans of that one. And when I had it again, I wasn't too hot on the Punch Blast either. The Great Blowout is definitely a good one.
Yeah, that's a winner.
But when I was going through and thinking of like the fruit punch flavored drinks, and that the latest one is really that Neon Burst, the Punch Blast, and that was not too good. I mean, the first introduction I had to it was during our Mad Mosa extravaganza, which was probably not the best idea to crack that open while drinking a MD 2020 mimosa and then trying out a Punch Blast. But when I cracked it open again for a Tall Boy Thursday a few months ago, it was still, I was like, you know what? It doesn't quite do it. But this Sour Cosmic Punch for a fruit punch, sour fruit punch flavor is really good.
Man, I really want summertime right now.
I don't know what it is with Four Loko and releasing these summer flavors in the winter.
Yeah, I need the pool right now.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be sitting outside in the blazing hot sun and just throwing down on this thing.
Just floating back in the pool. Just this in your hand, leaning back, staring at the sun.
I gotta give the can art a 10 out of 10. I love this can.
It's great can, great design. Now it incorporates the Warheads brand. I mean, everybody who's listening to this definitely knows what Warheads are. Right. If it's either the sour Warheads or they have hot Warheads, a variety of different flavors with the Warheads, because this is the real first combo that Four Loko has done with another brand.
Yeah, nice collaboration there.
Yeah, because it says right here, Warheads is a registered trademark of Impact Confections Incorporated. So it tells you, ooh, there we go, that it is a collaboration here with another brand. Now, I was kind of expecting it to be, since it was a Warheads, more sour, but I'm not complaining because I'm not a huge fan of the sour line of beverages. So I think it's the right amount of sour to go along with it.
Yeah. My next question would be, where'd the 0.1% go?
Maybe incorporating the Warheads, I guess, brought it down. We went from 14% to a 13.9 on this one.
What do you think, we weren't going to miss that?
I know, it's like where'd that little bit. I mean, at least it wasn't down to the 12% Four Lokos that are out there, and this one is that little bit less. But definitely,
well, maybe I won't feel so bad if I drink two then.
You're saving a little bit of the ABV on it.
Yeah, the 2 is my limit. I get to that third one, and we need bail money. I've said that before.
Oh yeah, I always say you go 1 Four Loko, you're pretty much in the sweet spot. You go to 2, you're asking for trouble at that point.
Yeah. or stories to tell your kids.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna pour a little bit out. I brought my nice cup here to pour out to get the color here with it to see. And yeah, it's got a nice pinkish bubbly tint to it here.
Well, I know it goes down good because I'm almost halfway through this can.
It does. I'm surprised with. I mean, I saw the people saying like, "Oh, Four Loko did it, great flavor," like people really hyping it out there.
Yeah.
But you never know. Sometimes people will hype the stuff, and you try it out, and you're like, "No, it doesn't. It doesn't live up to it."
No,
but this one here does.
I hope this one sticks around for a while because I can't wait till summertime. I'll buy it by the case.
I think so. I think it should be around. I think that they put enough push and marketing behind this stuff that they'll be really keeping this one around.
Yeah, because I had a Four Loko USA the other day. I usually have one or two of those a week.
Yeah,
this could be my new favorite.
It's different. It's a different flavor. It's not too sour.
Yeah,
it has the right amount of the fruit punch taste, the sour, the sour cosmic taste.
Yeah,
we're calling it, but definitely a good collaboration, a good flavor. It's different, and I think it could make its way to the top of the Four Loko rankings.
Yeah, and I'm drinking it pretty fast because it's 8:00 my time. I'm on East or Central time. We're recording this, and I've been home for like 3 hours and not drinking anything.
You got that itch.
So I've been holding back on doing any drinking so I wouldn't get trashed while doing this podcast.
Yeah, you got to go into it with a clear slate. No, not inebriated in any way beforehand, so you can try the Four Loko the first time and see how it is,
and give it a fair review.
Yeah, definitely, and it deserves it. And as we were talking about the Four Loko USA, it was just a few days ago that I guess Four Loko officially announced that Four Loko USA has entered the pregame market. Ooh. So those of you that know, I mean, I did the full feature out there on the golf course, hitting the links, trying the 4 different flavors of Four Loko pregame that I could get my hands on at that time. But now Four Loko USA has joined in the little pre-made bottle pregame market of Four Loko. So I'll be looking forward to trying out that one to see how that compares to the canned, the big boy Four Loko USA.
Now, are you seeing the pre-games pretty regular where you're at?
Not often. I see them every now and then. Sometimes I'll find them, but not too often.
On my travels, I couldn't find them anywhere. And I stopped at a Family Dollar because I need to run in there and get some readers because I'm old. And I was surprised to see they sold beer in there and just happened to look. And that's when I found my first pregame in this area. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I sent you pictures of it, but I've cleaned the cooler out of all they had.
Yeah. When you find it, you got to stock up.
Yeah. It's the first time I've seen it, been looking for it for months on end. And then when you find something like that, you just cleared the shelf.
Mm-hmm. You got it, because you never know when you'll see it again. That's you could come back in a week and it'll be gone. Yeah,
because with our LSDs going on in your area, my area, and the other guys out there in the bum wine world, if they're doing the searching like they're supposed to, and they come across a gem, you just don't take a chance of leaving any left.
No, you got to stock up on what you can when you're out there, because I still have people asking me, and people always are sending me saying like, "Hey, where can I find like I had a guy sending me a message the other day, saying, where can I find the Cisco and the Thunderbird, and can I buy it online? I'm like, no, you can't. You got to go out there and search. He's like, oh, but I went to every place around me and I can't find it anywhere. I'm like, that's how it is.
You got to leave your comfort zone, and you got to get in the shadiest parts of town,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to nut up and walk in and look. Because I've been in some places I honestly didn't think I would get out without a conversation.
Yeah, I've been there too. I did that before too. When I had somebody back in the day, they were like, "Oh yeah, I thought I saw Night Train at this store in this one town," and I'm like, "Really?" Like, yeah, back in the back corner. And I walked into that place, and there's bars on the windows. The register was behind the bulletproof. Well, I assume it was bulletproof glass. I mean, it was behind like a glass window, and there's these guys hanging out by the register. They kind of looked at me when I walked in. I just kind of just like gave him the head nod and just kind of walked right to the back, looked around, went up and down the cooler, and there was no Night Train there. I'm like, God damn it. And just kind of turned around, headed right back out, got to my car, and just drove out of there.
That was when I found that Cisco. It wasn't a terrible part of town, but obviously the guys in the store did not speak hardly any English. All they did was, I said, and the shelves were all behind the counter.
Okay.
You had to look over the counter. The store is like you walk in, it's like a horseshoe. So everything was behind the counters. You had to point at everything you wanted. And it was on the bottom shelf. And I pointed at it, and he grabbed the bottle next to it. And I said, no. And he just smiled and shake his head up and down. And I said, right there. Yeah. He grabs it, sits on the counter. And I said, okay, get the rest of them. And he just looked at me, shaking his head. Yes. I said, no. Get the rest of them. There's four more bottles down there. Get them all. And then he looked super confused because, like, no one has bought that shit in like 6, 7, 8 years. Yeah, that's what I want. Grab it all.
Yeah,
so he sits there on the counter, and I'm like, I had to show him, cash.
Mm-hmm.
Cash. Then they understand. They smile again. Yes.
Oh, yeah, you got cash? All right. Well, we'll get you what you want. Yeah, I kind of got a little upset the other day because I was going through my phone and popped up in my like feed of my memories was the bottom shelf at the one liquor store that I used to go to before they renovated it that had Cisco and MD 2020 right there on the bottom shelf. I mean, this was probably like 10 years ago, and I saw it pop up there, and I was like, the simpler times you could walk into these stores and just know that you could get a bottle of Cisco. You could get whatever variety of MD 2020 you wanted easily.
Yeah.
And these days they've just slowly trickled away, gone by the wayside.
Well, the MD 2020 is staying pretty steady.
Yeah, they're still going strong with that. That's kind of the reliable one at this point.
I'm starting to see Wild Irish Rose diminish.
Hopefully that does not see, because I know the one store by me, the last time I was there, still had it on the shelf. They got the big jug there too, of it right there. And when they reorganized the store a few years ago, it did make itself from the bottom shelf to the middle shelf now. So it's right at eye level. You can go in there, and they have the 3 different size bottles. They got the 350 to 750, and then the big jug. All for under $10. I mean, it's great.
Yeah. But I think the next time I make a trip to Louisville, I'm going to get the MD 2020, that big champagne bottle.
Yeah, I haven't seen those in a while. I've never had one of the big champagne bottle MD 2020s.
I know where to go.
Yeah,
either, but I'm going to get it just cause.
Yeah, I've seen them a few times, not recently. The years ago, I remember seeing them out there, and I was like, "Oh, look at that! It's a nice little bottle to it. It's cute. It's nice."
It's the Orange Jubilee.
Yep. The classic.
Yeah, I'm going to get it, and just cause.
Well, why not? I mean,
Right.
There's no reason not to get it.
Wow, this, I'm really impressed by the Warhead. The punch is perfect. The follow is great.
There's no burn to it.
Nope.
It's really smooth, and
the buzz is kicked in really good.
Yeah, no, great. Hey, Four Loko, great job, guys. Great job pulling this one together out there. I mean, it's, I'm not saying I was surprised, but you never know what you're going to get with a Four Loko flavor.
I was surprised. I was excited for the collaboration with Warheads.
Mm-hmm.
I like Warheads a lot, but I'm not getting that Warhead flavor out of it. But the excitement and the buzz and looking at the can is awesome.
Definitely great design on the can. They really went all out with this one.
I love the can. I love the taste. I fucking love the buzz.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody loves the Four Loko buzz. I mean, people will shit on Four Loko a lot.
Yeah.
And sometimes deservedly so, that it has a bad reputation from the original, the OG Four Lokos with the caffeine, and it's nothing like that these days. But there are some solid flavors of Four Loko out there. If you want to have a drink I think you were saying these were what? Was it 2 for $5?
Yeah, I found them 2 for $5.
2 for $5. These ones I got here were $2.99. So now it's a $1 difference. But for I was going to say for a 24 ounce, but no, it's 23.5 ounce cans.
Yeah.
They can't give us that little bit extra. We can't get the extra. I mean, Anheuser-Busch will give you the extra ounce for the 25 ounce can, but Four Loko takes just that little bit off to get the 23.5 out of the 24 ounce can. but for $3 or $2.50 for one can of booze at around 14% alcohol, if you have to count your pennies and wisely invest in your drinking for the evening, if you want to start your night with something big, you go with the Four Loko.
Correct.
It's gonna get you to buzz. It's gonna get you going. And like I said, if you stick with one, the two's pushing it. It will get you going to where you want to be.
I mean, listen, if you're sitting in your car in the gas station parking lot, you had a rough fucking day. You can dig through your car, under the seat, in your center console, and get enough money together to wash your fucking day away.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I've done that before. I've gone in there with a handful of change.
Yeah.
And it might not have been a Four Loko, but I've gone through and found whatever budget beer is at like the 99-cent or like a $1.09 level. When they ring it up, it's like, okay, $1.27. And I'm like, all right, here you go. Throw the whole change on the counter. All right, okay, 25, 35. All right, here you go. Here's your money.
That's the whole circle around this podcast and the whole Bum Wine Bob brand is to drink your day away on a budget.
Mm-hmm.
And, we are getting the job done for under $2. in most cases.
Yeah.
If you got $5, you can freaking lose your mind.
You'd be living like a king at that point.
Yeah, that's right. That's why we do the best of the worst.
Yeah. It's drinking stuff that's cheap in price, but not in quality. And quality's in kind of quotation marks when you take it that way. It's subjective to how you are. I mean,
But look,
people will say, how do you drink this? And I say, well, I my palate is used to this stuff now. So
right.
don't use me as the level to judge it on.
Yeah. And when I was listening to your podcast with the grocery getters, and you said my palate is way different.
Yeah.
This is actually really good.
I know. That's what I said. We were ranking the Boxer beers, and I was like, you know what? I'll agree with you guys. And then I came back on the next podcast, and then I revamped my rankings of the beers, and I was like, you know what? I had time to drink more of them because I still have more Boxer beers laying around here. So
yeah,
when you get 3 36 packs, I mean, they'll last a little while. I mean,
sure.
So it gives you more time to enjoy them and try them out. And so I came back and I said, okay, well, originally I said I agreed with those guys, but the real rankings were the Boxer Lager, the Boxer Ice, and then the Boxer Light. So it gives you more time to think things out. And I said, my palate's different than theirs, so these are subjective rankings that we give you here. If you're a connoisseur of the bottom shelf, like myself and Roadhouse over here, you might be listening to this and be like, what the hell are these guys talking about? Don't worry about it. Just listen and enjoy. That's what we're here for.
We're going to coach you and mentor you on the best way to get the most bang for your buck, to get the job done, and still have some change in your pocket.
You need snacks. You need snacks to go with it. I mean,
right.
I mean that's it. I told I told friend of the show, Miss Linzee Ryder, previous podcast guest, check it out in the archives if you haven't. She posted a video today of her eating pizza, and what did she say with it? A pizza a day keeps the doctor away. And I said, that's perfect. You just need the beer to go along with it. And then she laughed. And, we've been pushing to get, she's really on the Four Loko bandwagon. I think we get her, the Warheads. I think that's the one for her to try out and give a shot.
And I'm hoping that we put together a podcast with the three of us.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went back and forth with her on a few topics before, and included you in the conversation. So I'm hoping to have the opportunity to speak with her. Maybe we'll get her on the Warhead.
We get the Warheads. I've been pushing her on the Four Loko. She was very curious after being on the show, and I brought up that she wanted to try the Four Loko and the Cayman Jacks, which are solid. Like,
they are good.
Definitely, it's like it's not on the bum wine level, but it's like the training wheels, like malt beverage. It's like a classier malt beverage. I don't know the best way to describe it, because
I got the variety pack,
and
everything was good, but I really like just a straight up margarita. The other ones are good, but that straight up margarita was just perfect.
The variety pack is really good. It's surprising when we came across that and then had it for some parties over the summer, and people are like, holy shit, like, these are good drinks to have. It's not, you don't get like that cheap taste with it.
Yeah.
And it's a solid drink. And I mean, I think they're 5.5%. So it's not like too high on the alcohol, but good enough you can have a few and get a good buzz.
Yeah,
going from it.
Down the street has them in little glass bottles, kind of remind you of the bottles at the Coors banquets come in.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're like the same size as the little stubby bottles. Yeah,
Yeah, and I'll probably get some of them just because of the bottle.
yeah. I had those there too, and I have to give them credit because they had a promotion last summer where they were like, oh, if you did a review of it, we'll send you these ice cube trays that were shaped like crocodiles. So I did a review of the Cayman Jacks, and they sent me this pack. It's like two like rubber ice cube trays you can fill up, and they're like little crocodiles that say Cayman Jack. So I have them here. So I'll be once summertime comes along, I'll put them in the freezer, get the ice in there, and I'll show everybody the nice Cayman Jack ice cube trays that they sent over for doing a review. And an honest review, I'm like, these were really good drinks I had for a party, and people enjoyed it. And it's not too expensive. It's like a great drink. I'd rather drink that than like a White Claw or something like that.
Yeah. If the White Claw is all we got to choose from, well, I'll drink it. But the Cayman Jacks was really good. Back in the summer when I got the variety pack, it was just a perfect go-between between like drinking a beer, floating in the pool, drinking Cayman Jack, back to a beer.
Yeah, if you don't want to go to the level of a Four Loko on a Sunday afternoon, you got to work the next day. It's that it's 4 p.m. in the summer. You got something in the smoker. You're cooking up some ribs or something, and you're just kind of hanging out. You're like, do I want to crack open the Four Loko at 4 p.m.? I mean, hey, 4 p.m. Four Loko, nothing wrong with that.
No,
works perfect. But some days you're like, I don't want to go too crazy. All right, give me the Cayman Jack because it's very similar. I mean, they're both malt beverages. It's just the Cayman Jack is lower on the ABV, so it will just kind of ease you along.
Yeah, you
sip
drinking. On it, you watch your temperatures on your grill, sip along, listen to some music, watch your temperatures. Now, when I'm open grilling on charcoal and cooking, just say wings, I know it takes 2 beers. I'm flipping wings, 2 more beers, and they're done.
Yeah.
Okay. Or the equivalent of 4 Waylon Jennings songs.
That's how you have to judge your cooking. There's no sitting there going temperature and checking temperatures. It's just, okay, how many beers did I drink? How many songs did I listen to? Then it's time to rotate.
Yep. Now, smoker's a little different because you're smoking at a lower temperature at a longer period of time. So you have to regulate yourself on how fast you're throwing down.
Well, you're in the long haul when it comes to when you're smoking stuff. Yeah. You start early in the day and you're in it for the long haul. So you gotta pace yourself. Yeah. You don't want to be passed out before the food's actually done cooking.
I can drink Four Loko while grilling, but I wouldn't do it while smoking. But a Cayman Jack is perfect because you can go. It's your go between beer and Cayman Jack. It depends on your level of drinking too. I mean, if you're a seasoned drinker like you and I, versus somebody who is new to the game, well, they're going to burn their shit up.
Yeah. or you have to know when to crack open the Four Loko. That's the
right. Okay,
if you crack it open towards the end.
Yeah,
I'm trying to go back and think because I know it was for 4th of July. I cracked open the Four Loko USA, and I'm pretty sure. Yes, I was going through it. I'm looking now, and yeah, it was. That was when I was doing. I did the Natter Days, the red, white, and berry.
Yeah.
And the Four Loko USA, and I was doing ribs on the 4th of July, and And so I think it depends on when you crack it open is really what it depends on to see. If you can't do it at the beginning, but if you do it towards the middle and the end, when you're pretty much done at that point, you don't have to worry too much about it. You're just kind of waiting just for it to kind of finish up. That's the perfect time to do the Four Loko with it.
And my wife would mentioned up, looking at your Instagram and what you're doing and what I was doing back in the summer. Your pool looks really similar to ours. Your smoker is exactly the same as mine.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, he's in New Jersey and we're in Kentucky, but it's hard to tell the difference between you guys' pictures.
Yeah.
So we do the exact same thing. And I'm like, birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah. You throw in a Bum Wine Bob koozie in the pictures.
Yeah.
And a t-shirt and it's like looking in a mirror at that point.
Yeah. Because the background, I'm out in the country, you're out in the country. We both got pools, we both got the smokers. So how we staged our pictures, they almost piggybacked each other.
Yeah, no, it works out that way.
But it's great.
I know. Yeah. Wait, counting down those days till summer. We're only in January now, but soon we'll be back out there.
This is the time of year that I do a lot of bourbon, and that, and I'm big on Budweiser right now. And I've never been a big Budweiser guy, but I bought it just to buy it, and it was a really nice change. Getting away from the Busch Light and the Pabst and the Natural Light and the cheaper. So I did the Budweiser, and I mean that lager is just perfect, and I've really developed a taste for it.
Yeah, see, I haven't really gone to for a long time. I was big into Bud. That was all I drank was Budweiser. Probably from like the end of my college days and past that for probably like a good 5 years. Like it was just Budweiser all the time. And then I kind of went away from it, and I haven't really, I've had some here and there, but I don't know, maybe I got to go back and give it a shot. It always had a different flavor to it, and just hard to explain, but just kind of different with it. But it was always a solid drink to me, and that's another drink that people give a lot of shit to. It's just regular Bud Heavy. They'll just be like, "Oh, I can't drink that," or it tastes like crap.
Because I'm a big High Life.
Oh yeah,
High Life. Mm-hmm. That's my go-to. And just out of the blue, I just bought a 12-pack of Budweiser, and I'm like, it's a really good beer. It's a really good lager. It's really good. It's full-bodied. So I've been on that kick lately, but I know I'll rotate back to High Life.
Yeah, hey, you switch back and forth between the two.
Yeah.
I mean, the High Life's the cheaper one, but it these days, it's probably a $1, $2 difference between the two.
Really?
I mean, these days where prices have gone, it used to be like you could get a 12-pack of High Life for like $6. It was really cheap for it, and that's why I would drink that a lot, because it was like, I could get a 6-pack of Bud for like $6, or I could get a 12-pack of High Life for like $7. Okay, for $1 more, I'll take 12 beers over the 6. But these days, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, and that's how PBR was years ago. Mm-hmm. And then the hipsters got a hold of it.
Yeah, now it's expensive. It's like $22 for like a 30-pack of it, when it used to be like 17, 18 over here.
Yeah,
and that. I'm like, no.
Yeah, but what I get back in? Oh, I got to Old Milwaukee, full flavored Old Milwaukee.
Okay,
loved it. 30-pack of that. $17, $18. I was throwing down on that in the summertime. I'll sit out there in the pool, 18, 20 beers, bam, gone.
Mm-hmm.
Old Milwaukee, perfect price.
Yeah, that's why I that's why I went for the boxer beer when it was $20 for a 36 pack.
36 pack.
Yeah, 36 pack. I'm like, all right, you can't go wrong. And people even said, I mean, that was expensive here in New Jersey for that compared to
Yeah,
other places where they were like, you
yeah,
paid $20 for that. They were like, oh, that's like 14, $15 here for that. And I'm like, well, yeah, well, you go out like when I go out to Pennsylvania and I go to the beer places there. I mean, it's so cheap how the stuff is out there. And I'm
yeah,
like
yeah.
stocking up on it.
I don't drink the volume of beer I used to. Of the way I celebrated my 51st birthday. Um, I've slowed down a little bit, but I still like to find the deal of the century.
Uh-huh. You got to find the best bang for the buck. And that's what it's always come down to here is just trying to find the beer that makes the most sense for everything.
Yes, yes. Where I live now, I haven't even give honorable mention to Colt 45. I don't have that available like I did when I lived in Louisville. I bought that gigantic surplus of Colt 45 40s, 12-ounce bottles, cans, double deuces, and King Cobra. And I ran through that like a madman. Because right there in summertime.
It's the perfect poolside drinking malt liquor is the Colt 45 there.
It's like a lottery winner. You get all this money that you never had before. You just fucking blow right through it. All right. So I had cases of 40s, several 12 packs of 12-ounce bottles of Colt 45, and I blew through it in like 2 weeks. And I'm like, I don't know when I'll get back to fucking Louisville. I'm fucked. All right, I'll crack the last King Cobra.
Well, don't worry. I got some more. I got some more double malts for you, ready to go. To restock up that stuff.
And soon as I get a truck, that brown truck, to pull up here and give me deliveries, it's like I got a shipment ready to go. He didn't pick it up today. He's sitting right in his way. He stacked everything around it and didn't pick up the outgoing mail. I've got a care package put together.
We got the good stuff. We got a lot of stuff coming up on tap here on the podcast.
Yeah.
I got some goods here that I gotta send your way that I got sitting here that we're gonna try out here. I got some new malt liquors, some high gravity lagers to try as we get ready. Well, we don't really do official like quote unquote seasons here on the podcast. We are about to embark on our 8th year of the podcast. I mean, yes,
that's amazing.
It's a long time. We're going on 9 years in February of the website at bumwinebob.com. So there's a lot going on. We're gonna get some new stuff, some new drinks. We do it all here.
They said it couldn't happen.
They said it couldn't be done, and here we are still doing it.
9 years. And I gotta say, I've been here for 89%.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have to go back and look at the official numbers, but I mean, it's been pretty close to. I mean, it was 2014 in February when I kicked off everything here, and I know by the beginning of 2015, you were.
I'll tell you how you
were here.
Me. I would post pictures of me drinking Colt 45 on Instagram in the early days, and you liked a couple of them, made a comment on it. I friended you, you friended me, and that's how it started. And that was, a good time ago. I just had got over cancer, was getting back into drinking a little bit more. So that was 2012. 2012, I had cancer. Started recovering, getting back on my feet, starting to drink again. And 2014, 15, something like that. I got to say, long time. They say good friends. I call you a good friend. We've never met in person, but we've been in contact for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
And internet friends are real friends.
Yeah, these days, yeah, definitely.
It's been a good ride. I'll give it that. We've support each other highly.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of things going on here that we've gone back and forth about over the years.
Nothing makes me happier to be invited to do a podcast with you. Always excited, always ready, always down. I'm your dude.
Yes, always, every time, and with that, the Warheads is done here.
Yep, gone.
Finish that guy.
Gone. I give it 10 out of 10. I love it. I wish the conditions outside and the weather were different, and I'd love it a lot more. And I can't wait till summer.
Yeah, definitely. I think we'll be out there summertime with the Four Loko, the Warhead Sour Cosmic Punch.
Yep.
Definitely.
Can't wait to blend it in ice.
Yeah. I still got the mix it up with some stuff, and my friends over at the Steel Reserve, even though I'm still waiting on, they told me they were going to send me a care package like in September. They asked me for my address, and they're like, "Hey, what's your address? Can we send you some stuff from Steel Reserve?" And I'm still waiting on that stuff, guys. Come on, send it over. But when I did like the Steel Reserve, the Tiki series, the punch they had with that, and I mixed that up with the Rita's Island Fusion Italian Ice, that was amazing. So I could see the same thing here, mixing this up, because I still have some of the Italian Ice in the deep freezer here that I could mix this up with. I think that would be a great concoction as well. Mix that up with some Italian Ice, and I think that would be perfect for a nice summertime poolside or just patio deck, chilling out, hanging out, drinking thing. But even on its own, the Warheads, the Sour Cosmic Punch, Four Loko, definitely solid. A great collaboration between the two brands.
2022 was a great year for concoctions. We had Mimosa. What was the other one we did?
What was it? It was the trying to think of what it was. The it'll come to us later on. There was that thing. All right,
I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, that.
But we have a whole new line of beverages that something's got to come of it.
Yeah, and we're kind of expanding a bit more with the drinks, and I've kind of, and you brought this up before, that people have said expanding the palate when it comes to the other alcohols and the whiskeys, bourbons, things like that. And recently, I found myself going for it. Last weekend, I was out at a party, Jack and Coke's just like your standard drink, and I was drinking a lot of that and some Captain Morgan. I got, when I was doing the Southern Comfort eggnog, I bought the big handle of Southern Comfort.
Oh wow!
So I got that stuff to go along with the Fireball I always have here. So we'll be expanding more into, and I've been saying that for years, and people always say, "Oh yeah, I'm drinking this and that," but 2023 is really the year where we're going to go more into the other
And
spirits.
I'm gonna hold you to that because the maturity of your palate will change what you think and what you taste.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that in my last few years, and make you just appreciate. I guess I'm gonna put the next level of drinking, and it's not about. All right, we just threw down on this Four Loko Warhead. I got a righteous buzz. But the next level of drinking is appreciating what you're tasting. And the buzz is a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So behind the scenes, I told you what I'm hoping for you this year, and just do like a totally different off the wall sit down and chat, and going through your next level, your next phase of experiencing booze.
That's it. That's what we do here. We're expanding our horizons here. While it might not always be the very, very bottom shelf, it's just something different. Because people on the podcast all the time, they're like, "Oh, I'm drinking scotch, or I'm drinking this or that," and people always bring along, when I have guests on, they bring different drinks with them.
Yeah,
it's kind of coordinating that and trying out different things, and maybe going out of your comfort zone, because I've never been a big hard alcohol fan. I mean, not a fan, but it's not something I would go to on a regular basis. But even at my friend's house a few weeks ago, he's like, and I've had, Jameson many times. He's like, "Oh, I got this little pour thing. Okay, you want to drink out of there? Just sip it on that. Just sip it on like some Grey Goose, some vodka." Yeah. Something like that. That's just different from the normal beers that you're used to here.
Yeah.
So we'll try out some different things here, a new twist on things, just to see what's out there. Because you go into any liquor store, and the options are just mind-blowing for people. And you know what you like, and you go to your comfort zone of, okay, I'm going to go to the cooler. I'm getting a 12-pack of Budweiser. Right. But there's a whole nother section on the other side of whiskeys, vodkas, all different things out there that you can try out and get you a good buzz going at the same time. So we're going to try it out this year. Different things, different concoctions. We'll see what kind of trouble we can get into on the podcast.
All right, Bob. I can't wait. The enthusiasm, the excitement for this year, 2023. Bumwine Bob. Can't wait.
You heard it here first, guys. We cracked open today the Four Loko Warheads Sour Cosmic Punch for episode number 274. 274 Four Loko. Wow. Right here to spend your Four Loko Friday with us here on the podcast. And if it's not Friday, if you're listening to Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, as I said in the beginning, Four Loko Friday is really a mental state to be in. It can be any day of the week. It could be a Tuesday, a Wednesday, Monday night. You got home from work. You just want to relax and just kind of let loose. It's Four Loko Friday. It's a mental state of mind. It doesn't actually have to say it's Friday on the calendar. You can just enjoy your Four Loko. And I think Roadhouse and myself both give the Four Loko Warheads 2 thumbs up. Definitely a solid beverage here. Hopefully it sticks around, because I did notice when I was going through their website here that it is under the Innovation Series along with the Four Loko USA. And I thought that they also had the Sour Mango seltzer in that group, and that's no longer there. So I don't know if that means it's gone. I mean, the seltzer I could do without, so I'm not gonna be upset if that was really cut from their list. But the innovation series, Four Loko.
Yeah. If those sideways some bitches pull USA, I will
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think from just dealing with the Four Loko people and talking to them and seeing their social media,
yeah,
and how much they push that. It had a NASCAR with
got
a Four Loko USA on it. So I don't think they're going to be pulling that anytime soon. I mean, that's America. You can't really be pulling that brand. I could see them taking out one of the original flavors, like a peach Four Loko.
Pull red.
I mean, who goes out there and drinks a peach Four Loko? I honestly don't think I've ever had a peach Four Loko before.
I don't either.
I'm going through the list now before we wrap things up here. You know, you have they break it down to the core, the sour, the innovation, and the pregame on the website.
Yeah.
The core flavors, the electric lemonade. I've had that. Good flavor.
Yep.
The Four Loko red. That was pretty good. That was like the Swedish fish. I haven't had that since it came out. I got to put that on the list to try again to see if it's still as good as I thought. But it was pretty. It was a solid drink when it came out. Then the Four Loko black, which is actually green when you when you pour it out, which is like their bootleg Mountain Dew type flavor, which is all right. The Four Loko Gold, which is probably one of the best ones that they have, and that's one of the best ones, and that's the highest rated post on bumwinebob.com is the Four Loko Gold. When I did that review back in 2015, when it first came out, people still find that to this day, and that's probably the top. Got the most hits on that post for the malt beverage of the week of Four Loko Gold in 2015. The regular Four Loko fruit punch, it's okay. It's all right. Four Loko watermelon, another one that's decent, not too bad. Four Loko peach. I honestly don't think I've ever had a Four Loko peach before.
I can't recall.
Yeah. Strawberry lemonade. That one was pretty good. I had that when I was in Vegas like 7 years ago. That was a good one there. And Four Loko grape. Then I don't know. I'm not a big grape fan in general, so I can kind of do without the grape. And then you have your sour flavor line, which is the sour melon, which I talked about in the beginning when that first came out, and that was pretty good. Sour blue raz. That was pretty good. Sour apple. I haven't had that one since it came out, but from what I remember, it was pretty good. And sour grape.
I had one not too long ago.
Yeah. Sour grape was another one that was. See, I'm not a big grape fan because it always gives you that grape. Like Tylenol medicine taste to it.
Give me some cousin.
Yeah, and then you have your innovation series, which is the Loko USA, which we've said it had its redemption here. Yeah, I was not. You go back, you can listen in the archives. We talked about it. I did a review solo when it first came out. I was not a fan. Then I cracked it open again when I was out there doing the Four Loko USA pregame. When I was out on the golf course, I drank it that day. It started to grow on me. And then Roadhouse here came back on the show. We cracked it open again for the redemption. And I agreed with them that it was a good flavor
it's
to
an
have.
Atmosphere drink.
Exactly.
Definitely atmosphere drink.
Yeah, and then with the innovation series as well is the new Warheads Sour Cosmic Punch.
Yeah.
So that's your Four Loko line. You go out there, you'll see a good amount of them in any store you go to that stocks Four Loko. But
Four Loko's got to know there's not two motherfuckers out there that's put more research in their product than you and I.
yeah, they know. I even though they fucked it up and sent me the stuff for the golf outing that arrived the day of when I came home.
When you came home,
that they still sent the stuff though. So
they tried.
They screwed up the shipping dates.
A day late and $1 short.
I know, but it still showed up here. So I got to give them credit. I can't hate on them. They're definitely got a good crew over there doing whatever. Who does the social media for those guys? They do a great job with it, and the team over there at Four Loko.
I wonder if they would send me a real fleshlight can of Four Loko, like the sticker that I got.
Yeah, the sticker. I mean, I say, hey guys, if you're listening, can we get a real fleshlight Four Loko can? Come on, I mean. Make it happen, all right? Well,
all right.
I think on that note, we'll wrap things up here on the podcast for a Four Loko Friday extravaganza here.
Yeah.
As we cracked open the Four Loko Warheads Sour Cosmic Punch. 2 thumbs up from Roadhouse and myself. So be sure to, if you see it in your travels, you haven't tried it yet, pick it up. Pick up a can for $2.50, $3. You know what? You can spend money on a lot more meaningless things than a can of Four Loko. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but give it a try. You might say, "Oh shit, this is pretty good," and put it in your regular rotation. So you never know what might happen. For Roadhouse here, give him a follow at Roadhouse71 on the Instagram machine. You can check me out at BumWineBob on all your favorite social media platforms at bumwinebob.com. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers.
I need a beer.